Hello. Greetings and welcome to Occurrently Trenthian, to whom it may concern. Today's date is Wednesday, September 22nd, 2021. It is Wednesday, yet again, my dudes. I, Trenthian, will be your host. What is a Trenthian, you are wondering? Well, Trenthian is your chill energy variety streamer, the capybara of streamers, more recently the galactic space weasel of streamers. I am here to be your genuine dude and have good times with anybody who wants to have a good time. If at any point you feel like just hanging out and chatting, let me know. I'm definitely open to stopping the show and just hanging out. Please go ahead to make use of the chat. I really can't wait to see your words. Got some new commands up. Haven't quite worked out my ticker yet. But on the note of the chat, there are still sound alerts on the right side of the screen. In case you need to get my attention, you can throw a rupee at my skull. You can also type exclamation rupee into the chat if you're less mouse inclined, I guess. As far as everything else is concerned, I am not glued to any particular game or activity, so we can swap out at any time generally. Happy to have you here, happy to be here for you. Thank you for stopping in, and please consider giving me a follow on Twitch, it really helps. Anywho, let's go ahead and get to it. I'm going to see if I can't update my chat real quick. I think I have a command for that now. There we go. Thank you, Starcrier. Amit Ermines. He's a good bot. Try that again. Chat. There we go. I hope y'all can read that out there in the cosmos. Alright, so what do we got here? We got just a template that I had built in a previous stream. Ready to go. It's loaded with 2 instances of Massive, Trillion, Addictive Drums, and more recently we added together a whole bunch of Rompler orchestral channels. So I say what I just said because this is all Ederol. If you have it, you know what it do. You know why it do, and that's good for my purposes today. Write a few things, and then anything we need high quality, we bump it out to something high quality. But I am going to, for tonight's purposes, add a cello, mellow cello. Where is it? There we go. Now I think I have my default indecency I have in my file structure here, but y'all don't need to see this mess. We're going to be using a free cello, Pocket Blakis. And this is freely available on the internet for you to find out there in Netsville. Alright, so that's that. Tonight I was going to start up a Luigi's Mansion remix of sorts, and I don't have any source material to go on, so I'm going to open up a YouTube. And we're going to begin the transcription process so that we have the melodies and stuff as an easy reference to go by. Mansion OST. I'm over here on YouTube looking at the first OST I can find. Alright, I don't need the GameCube. Alright, so this is EGAD's Lab. I'm surprised nobody's like just completely jacked this for their mumble rap. Just gonna move this MIDI board out of my way. So I think it's probably a good idea to get something that sounds kind of like a theremin going. Safe to say. Doesn't need to be exactly like a theremin, but that's actually pretty. When in doubt, just use Analogica. It works for everything. Literally everything. Is that even the right key? I don't know. I'm just kind of like getting a feel for the way that the this is the one with Luigi humming over it. Let's hear what this is like. Egad's Lab. Different key. A little confusing, but hey, we can work with it. I'm sorry for the loud keyboard sounds that are undoubtedly happening. Alright, so I think I'm going to work with EGAD's laboratory, because it's more fun. I've used my MIDI keyboard to kind of find my tones there. So I'm going to actually abandon that for now. And I think the best thing I could do is see if I have an MP3 sub. Because loading it into FL Studio is going to be the absolute best thing you can do. So you don't have to keep jumping out into YouTube. I'm going to grab Professor EGAD's lab so I can start transcription. Now this is your chance to turn off your computer so you don't have to listen to me absolutely ruining your ears. Harpsichord, is this my yeah, that would have been Sonivox, but I don't have Sonivox installed right now. So instead, let us use the one I already have set up. That is not a harpsichord. That is a harpsichord. EGAD is all loaded up. Let's go ahead and rhythm match real quick so we have an easier time.
Luigi.
We don't need
Luigi.
Luigi. We don't need all that. So you can see right here, you've got, I'll just make this bigger so everybody can see. When you hold down shift and you use the wheel, you can move the audio like that in a playlist audio. If you didn't know, now you do. All right. You can see this is a kick, this is the snare. They're not lined up, but you can get a pretty good idea of how fast this is by lining them up using the tempo. You can visually see it. That's a hat right there. So it looks like they have it locked at 180. Or half of 180, which would be 90? Is that right? I am terrible with math. I might be right. I might be terrible. I just confirmed on a calculator that it is in fact 90. Half of 180. You're welcome. All right. So now that we got that sorted out, let's load that into a insert so that I can put a filter on it or something, because it sounds like garbage to me right now. And I don't like working with garbage. Where is it? Where are you hiding, Professor EGAD? Where are you? Okay. Call this one audio sources. Reference. And I'm going to put a compressor on it. Oh, whoever recorded that. Well, thank you for recording it, but man, it sounds really harsh. Alright, so we'll name this pattern Transcription EGAD. Trenthian, you're working really hard with Professor EGAD in the key that you don't ultimately intend to work in, because it's quite a bit harder than a standard, more standard pitch, I should say. I mean, every pitch is standard, but look, it's just how we do here. I could repitch the entire thing, but that's just like cheating or something. We are using my ears primarily to get this transcription, so if I can't hear something so great, because for whatever reason, when something's too low, it's really difficult for me to discern the pitch. I kind of lose my ability to use relative pitch in that case. No, it's definitely an E. Well, all right, let's try. It's so low. Okay, oh man, this is rough. Let's get at least a instrument that'll give me a clean tone, so I can at least figure it out a little easier maybe. For that, we're going to use a ×3 oscillator. And we're going to close off the volume on these two because I don't need them. And we're going to turn you down to 12. Use a nice little triangle. That's enough. That's about where I start to get my pitch back, so. It would help if the scale made sense to me right now, but it does not because I can't hear what's happening. Whew. This is getting to be a little spicy for me. This is more torture for me than it is for you, but I'm sure it's torture for you too. Let's see if that even makes sense together. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I am having that creative, what is it, hatred of these bass tones right now. But that's alright. Just for funsies and because I want to lighten things up, I'm going to use my drum set real quick. just on an acoustic kit. We will emulate what they're doing on the digital kit. What settings do I have for this drum set? Alright, that's not going to work for me. My presets. Let's go ahead and use the settings I used for Hysteria. That works. Really simple. Adjust the velocities for that hat so it has a little bit of character, but we're not going to change much. Oh wait, I messed up. That's the wrong everything here. We want a little character, not a ton of character. Too much character, and it just loses that kind of swagger that EGOD's laboratory has. And they really don't change that drum line, huh? Well, if you've worked with live jazz and whatnot, if you have a good rhythm going, you have a good groove going, so to speak, don't change it. That could get you fired. Don't overcomplicate your stuff if it works. Alright, let's drop out the source. Oh, you are quiet. It's a very open snare. Let's see if I got it better. I've undoubtedly got a better, more appropriate snare. Let's find one. Perfect. Let's pitch it up. about there. All right, well, we've got a source for EGAD kind of worked out. I would change a lot about that. And that's what we're going to do. I'm going to save this, rename it as a source estimate because it's not an actual transcription because I can't hear those bass tones. And what we're going to do is clone it and rename this one EGAD pitched down. And so what that'll do, or wait, are we pitching down or up? I can't remember. I think pitching to E is down from where we are. A semitone. What is it? A half step. Okay, pitch down. Let's grab this harpsichord. Where'd it go? There we go. And we're going to shift and down arrow. Congratulations, we are in a completely different key now. But it's a key that the main game file seems to be in for the gallery, or not the gallery, the hallway. That makes it important. Let's go ahead and actually grab what we did on the harpsichord before. I'm going to throw that onto the oscillator as well. Nice if I could actually show some standard coordination with my mouse today. That'd be super. Alright, that's the current one. We've pitched it down though. That just doesn't sound right. Oh, the reason it doesn't sound right is because I copied the wrong harpsichord part. No, I got the right harpsichord part. I didn't pitch this part down though. So, foolish me. Let's go ahead and do that too. Pitch down. Let's see how it sounds. Like that is just all the wrong tones. These still don't work for me somehow. So goodbye. Alright, I'm bringing my keyboard back. And we're going to make this sound better. Alright, well, we're going to start with the E chord, or sorry, A chord there for sure. So we're building chords now. Let's try them out. Putting my keyboard away for a second because it's in my way. Let's play around with this a little bit before we commit to So what we've learned is that it just kind of really stays on that A in the bass. Since this is basically general MIDI, we're going to go ahead and throw it to tremolo strings. Kind of builds that drama a little bit. Let's borrow regular strings for the bottom. Okay, so that sounds nice and I guess full, and that'll assist us. That'll be a special tool that'll help us later. Let's go ahead and flip over to okay, so we got to figure this part out. So we can probably work with what we just learned. We can just go off the score and just do our own thing. Let's use these as a different color though. So we for sure know that that's the baseline and we can separate it later if we need to. That's wrong. I wish I had a bigger keyboard. This has given me some serious what is it? Desire to mix in some Castlevania, like for realsies. Hmm. So, back when I used to use this harpsichord back in the day, there's a little click at the end of the held note. And it used to drive me nuts. But then I learned, because as you go through life, you should be learning, that the harpsichord is a plectrum instrument, which means that unlike a piano, which is hammered when you press the keys, a hammer strikes the strings. Plectrum, when you press a key, a little, I'm not sure if it was bone back in the day or, well, some sort of pick essentially strums the string really quickly. And the click at the end is actually when you let go of the key, the plectrum resets and it just like kind of flicks past those strings a little bit. And I guess the fine makers at Roland decided that they might emulate that with a really bad click. I've since heard many plectrum noises and it doesn't quite capture it the same way, but it sounds more tolerable to me at least now because I have come further as a person. I'm not sure that that's going to work, but let's go ahead and select all of this color very carefully. Copy, delete. We're just gonna, actually no, I'm not even gonna delete. I'm gonna put it back where it came from. I'm gonna just reduce the volume to the point where I can't hear it anymore. Oh, I can't do that. Well, then I'm gonna grab it. Just gonna throw a compressor on here. A good bus compressor. And then we're gonna throw some FL balance on it. And with the harpsichord, there really isn't any hard or soft. I mean, you can kind of trick it a little bit to be like a slightly different timbre, but for the most part, it's going to be the volume it's going to be because it's not a hammered instrument. That being said, you can absolutely break harpsichord strings very easily, from what I understand. Alright, let's throw that drum kit back on. What kind of bass do I got loaded? I have half a mind to use whatever's loaded, but I know better. It's probably some synth bass. I mean, I'm hearing bass noises. That's enough noodling around. Let's lower that velocity a little bit. So I've turned off these 3 channels because they're the loudest. And it just kind of gives me the overhead room, bus, and sends for the drums so I can listen to what I'm doing. In case you were wondering. Alright. Let's just focus on writing the bass real quick. Sorry about that. So what's the key switch exactly? It says there's a key switch. Wouldn't know. Just gonna borrow that. Why write it again if I already wrote it? So I'm just gonna color code this real quick. Burgundy. Alright, so trillion goes here. Here goes to here. Not there. That way I can adjust this and have this stay the same. And I can put the bus on this, make it better for everybody. Sorry, the bus compressor on that. And I can send this separately to the sends if I want to. Just the short send. Do I want it on the big send? Maybe just a tiny, tiny bit. Hey Chloe, thanks for stopping by, man. No worries. You do what you need to do. Get out there and get some sleep. Hope you had fun playing some Arc or Rage. Catch you on the flip. I'm still going to be doing this. So, adios, friend. Here, we're going to make a noise for our friend Chloe. So where's that massive thing I did? Yeah, that labor cap. We got to get going on that Halcyona or get that labor reward item or whatever it's called. You can use that every 3 hours to get 1,000 labor. So that's pretty nice. And that's per account, not per character. So don't get excited. Excitement is forbidden. Eerie massive. Why are none of you making noises? Oh, velocity. Let's try this again. Alright, let's turn those strings back on, as well as those harpsichords. All right. So, what have we done so far? We've built a very basic acoustic drum rhythm out of the uh, lo-fi electric drum set sound from the original. We've also added some tremolo strings. We've also added an electric bass. We've added our own placeholder for a very eerie theremin kind of clone. And we got harpsichord in there. And we spent some time fudging around, figuring out chords and whatnot. So that is, I think, the biggest hurdle to starting a new track is getting a feel for what you're actually doing. And because I don't have a keyboard that's bigger than the 30 or so keys right here, I can't use it. I can't use it like a real piano, so I can't just noodle around and play it. So it's a little harder to pick and pluck things out. I could maybe make do with 61 keys, but I always find myself like one key out of my range missing, you know? So well, we did that. And that was EGAD. Let's for a laugh, let's plug in Luigi humming. Let's switch this over to it would probably help if I went and I saw how fast the gallery is, or not the gallery, the hallway track is real quick. So that's what we're gonna do. And I think I saved my source to here. Let's try different okay. So kind of the same deal as before. We're going to grab the dark hallway music. I'm going to mute Luigi real quick. We're going to scroll wheel that over, shift and scroll wheel. So you see how it's got that separation, but the bar is right there. Now we just adjust our temperature, our tempo. Not quite that fast. So I guess Nintendo decided 102 was a nice spooky tempo. So nice big drones on the main part there. Let's grab Luigi and see if it fits in okay. That's pretty ridiculous. Well, that's fun. Let's see what this is going to be a train wreck, but we're going to do it. So let's try going with 204. Why not? We're crazy here. That's fun. It's not quite one for one, those two songs, unfortunately, so you just gotta make do with what you got. So I guess we're gonna go with a spooky 204 as our rhythm for now. So let's see. Let's load up some Stylus RMX. Let's get some supporting rhythms going in there. Gonna just plug them in. Plug them in. because we're doing a party track, right? Oh, I can make that work. That works nice. Alright, so let's set stylus up for okay, groove menu, immediate. Let's go to stylus and audition it in our track. Halftime, please. So it really is 90 and 102 as the primary BPMs. And I mean, I guess that makes more sense. What you can't see right now is like the realization of this mistake washing over my face. And my determination to make sure that I go in and fix it. Okay. So let's go ahead and set up 90 as our speed. Let's go into RMX and let's absolutely double that speed. And everything else sounds slow. Why? Because before I just, absolutely destroy my life, I'm going to go onto the internet and I'm going to look and see if there is any mention of FL Studio. Piano roll, change time. No, not the time signature. Edit halftime. Hold Alt to follow your snap settings. Okay. So according to this, once I've selected all my notes, Did that actually work? Oh my. That's like game changing for me, folks. Alright. I'm going to detach this so it doesn't take up my whole screen. Let's give it its own mixer insert. Mellow shallow. Make it brownish, orangish, brown orange. And we'll have that kick over to string leaf. Out to this track only. It's going to go to the cello sections. Alright, enough of my own stuff there. More noodling around, but that's giving me some. Fire. So I guess we could just real quick for an intro. Where'd it go? Did I somehow mute my guy? So somehow I just destroyed my cello sounds. Not entirely sure how. That looks good. Guess it just really didn't like that. Let's go ahead and reload it. Reload plugin. Browse for folder samples. I don't know why it's never finding the right stuff, but is it trying to key switch or something? Let's try this again. Like trying to key switch between something that I don't understand. Okay. Let's go ahead and hit record and notes and automation. Only turn this on just so I have an idea of what's going on there, and we will oh, that's why we don't get too attached to stuff, because we will mess it up. Oops. Let's play the right stuff, please. Almost. Slow it down still. It's maybe a little bit faster than I was doing before. What was the note that set me free last time? So we absolutely don't want to hit this A here. A ruins my fun. Let's see how that sounds. Backbone Gyrus. Hello there, welcome to the stream. Just messing around with a Luigi's Mansion remix here. You caught me at a time where I was working out the MIDI, but yeah, this is FL Studio. You can exclamation mark RUPEE for rupee, and that will very well get my attention. But yeah, hey, welcome here. Let me go ahead and play back what I'd been working on so you can hear that it's not just a bunch of cello nonsense. I was working on a transcription earlier. Let's bring it up to speed here. Yeah, there it is. You got the rupee. Thank you. Let's bring it up to speed. It's got a fun bounce to it. I mean, you know, these aren't going to be finalized synths or anything, just working with the most basic stuff I got so that I don't go over my CPU overhead. And that is Professor Egad's laboratory. Variable tempo kind of song. Sort of, kind of, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. As it stands, I have rhythm locked Professor Egad's laboratory to being at around 90 beats per second, and then you've got the main music being at 102. But then, you know, I was also dropping it way down low for this cello intro I was kind of working out. I was working on this when you showed up. We're going to cut this right here, slice it right off. The sidechain in FL? Well, yeah. Let's go ahead and pause working on Luigi to help a new friend out. Let's see. So you want a sidechain. There's a couple of different ways you can do it. One of the easiest ones that you can probably look up on YouTube. Let's see. Set up a limiter, actually. What you want to do is switch it over to compressor, 3D limiter to compressor, and then you want to name it so you don't forget where you put it, like I do commonly. Oh. I mean, if you're talking about sidechain where you have a kick kind of controlling a bass tone, yeah, what you do is we'll borrow you times 3 oscillator and we will clone you so you'll be our nice new bass. Nice big loud bass. Then do a pattern just for you. Okay, sidechained them. So I'm working in A. I'm going to continue to work in A. So you got a nice big bass tone there, but you want to control it with a kick. That's number 62. Drag it over there. All right. Then we'll name this one Kick, just for funsies. All right. I'm going to insert a fruity kick because I don't feel like opening up a whole new set of samples. All right, there you got your basic kick. We'll put that on number 61. All right, so I got a kick and insert 61. I've got my base that I want to control in number 62 there. Just gonna use a step sequencer because it's quick. Nothing's happening because we're gonna sidechain to this track. And we're going to go here, the limiter, and choose the sidechain to kick. Boom. Now we got that going. Still nothing, right? You got your limiter. It's telling you what's going on, but you want to... Which one was it? Threshold, I think? No, not threshold. One of these guys. So you adjust your threshold, which is this blue bar, so that the kick lowers it a little bit there, or a lot of bit there. And then you want how fast it controls it, or doesn't. Its release. Attack. But yeah, you got the general gist there. That's one way to control your sidechain. There's better ways to do it, ways that I do it, and this is the most basic way to do it. But what you could do also is use a gate and just literally gate the bass that you don't want to. It's a little harsher. Or you can control it with an LFO, or you can control it with all sorts of different things. You don't have to do it with a limiter. Or you can do what I do and just write it the way that you want it to be played. So instead of working with a sidechain, just, write the bass where you want it. But that is your basics on how to do a limiter style sidechain. Hey, no worries, my friend. Anytime. I'm glad you had a chance to stop in. Consider staying and having some fun with Luigi's Mansion. All right. Let's see. What was I going on? What is this? Oh, it's awful. That's what that is. Let's get control over our tempo here. All right. Hey, have a wonderful evening. Thank you for following. I really appreciate it. See you next time if I happen to be streaming. Get out there, make some noise. Go do that music. 100%. Let's get back to my cello. My mellow cello. Let's lower you down. Let's give it some real depth with some timpani rolls. Creepiness with some glockenspiel. So just here. Gong. Just here, we're gonna go ahead and use the cello again. We're gonna record a better. What quantization settings do I have set? 1/4 beats. Let's set it to step. Maybe that's a little bit better. Boop doop doop doo. Notes and automation. Let's see how that sounds over here. If it's still not exact. Let's turn off quantization altogether. None. Record from here. Notes and automation. Alright, that's more exact for the rhythm that I want, so we're going to delete this. Let's turn quantization back on. Let's set some mood with a slow. All right, mark that down as cello intro. Easy peasy. Now let's just see what it sounds like jumping into EGAD right here. So we will maybe try. Let's find a nice chimey bell type synth. It's kind of what I'm looking for. I like. You know, I like this one enough that I'm going to keep it on file for now. I'm going to clone it, though, so I can find the thing I'm looking for. It's like that ABBA / Madonna thing. Are you serious? Now let's throw Luigi back in there for some funds. Just having Luigi humming along is pretty funny. So yeah, that's fun. Should we put a vocoder on him? No, we shouldn't. Yes, we will. All right, let's do it. What is vocoder's name? Vocal synth 2. Because I'm gonna get wild, I might as well get wild. Let's actually cancel vocal synth 2 there. Put vocal synth 2 there. Oh. That sound actually means our fun is coming to a close. My esteemed Amit Ermines has informed me that the terrestrial realms beckon, and this starry stoat's gotta go. But just so it's not a tease or a cliffhanger, let's go ahead and sidechain to this track. See what it sounds like. It's gonna sound terrible, but I'm confident that at least it will sound terrible. Of my own accord. Let's set an input port of 21. Let's have a controller set up. Let's do... Alright, so this is an oscillator. We're going to make sure it's got the right chords. Sounds good to me. Let's do a MIDI out on port 21. Like a way to set it to MIDI, I think. think I'm forgetting how to set this up. There we go. Way cooler. All right, so I'm gonna save this real quick so I don't forget to save it. You heard me save it. Saving. All right. Well, I'm sorry, but that's all the time I've got for tonight.